Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful, no, we're not in Surfside, California. We're on board the Independence, and we are offshore looking for more bluefin tuna this morning. Welcome to the morning briefing. It is great to be with you all. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. Got a lot of information. I'm going to talk about our night last night. I know what the Polaris Supreme is doing today. There was some incredible white sea bass fishing up north. That was really, really good fishing last night. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about Mexico and so much more. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Where is my coffee? Hey, it is so great to be with you. When we walked on here, 48 hours or so ago for this 5-day trip, currently on a 5-day trip, we, since that time, have had on our social media, Friedman Adventures, over 500,000 views in a couple of days. And I make no mistake about what that's all about. That is about you and your great support, and I thank you so very much. Make sure you hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, share them everywhere. As a matter of fact, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that filthy little rotten bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. You can also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, and our new Spanish language YouTube channel, Aventuras del Gringo, with 5,000 plus views on our opening day, which was Monday. Thank you all so very, very much. Last night, we concluded our YouTube live show here from the Independence and had over 1,000 views at the end of that. Really great stuff. All right, enough blabbering on and on about that. Let's get into our night last night. If you haven't seen some of the video, and I've been releasing a lot of raw footage, of course, I'm going to provide you with a finished product at some point in time, but I will definitely get you the latest about what went on last night. First of all, let's see. Pond Prowler, who likes fishing, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. It means a lot to us. Last night, limits of bluefin tuna again here on board the Independence, as the anglers on board enjoyed another great night of fun fishing. It was a lot of fun. And limits, we're going to work on our 3-day limits tonight, and then we still have a couple of days to go. And if this goes the way it's been going, we should be able to limit out on our 3 days. We're allowed 3 days of limits in Mexico. So really looking forward to another great night tonight. Again, fishing heavy tackle is really, really important. And the hot jig, a lot of different jigs work, okay? So if you like a particular jig, I'm sure you can get bit on it. But that Eddie Bomb 16 ounce has been working really, really stupendous. I've heard that from guys over there on the Polaris Supreme. I know Max over there on the Pacific Voyager has been using it. Several guys on this rig here have been using it. It has been super effective and really, really a great way to go. So really good stuff, man, on that. And 100-pound, you definitely want to be fishing 100-pound. Having said that, we had some smaller fish last night, and I'm talking like 20-pound fish, maybe even a little smaller than that, like some 15-pound stuff, but then you get it mixed up with some 40, 50, even 60-pound bluefin tuna, and every once in a while those 100-pounders rear their head and show up. So really, really good. Let me give you a weather report. Well, hey, I can give you the empirical observation. Why don't I just show you? I'll point it out there and let you look at that beautiful ocean. Very little wind here this morning. We're motoring around. We've already stumbled across several big areas of bluefin tuna here on board the Independence this morning, this lovely morning, as you can see. It's been the same drill pretty much on the bluefin tuna in the daytime. They don't want to bite, they just want to tease. And that's definitely what we have been seeing. So look, there's a couple things. We talked about tackle a little bit. The 100-pound really important. Those Eddie Bombs are really important. I'm talking to a lot of you guys who are on the Young's fishing tackle trip coming on board here Saturday. Can't wait to see you guys when we offload that morning. It's going to be great. And Kevin Kwan, who happens to be a dear friend of mine and just a spectacular person, great tackle store in Bellflower, California. I can't wait to see all you guys. But one thing that's super important, get a nap. And I know you think I'm kidding. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to be fishing from the time the sun sets until 4 or 5 in the morning. That's what these guys do. Brian Pfeiffer, the captain, the whole crew on this boat, they are so good at what they do, and they're very enthusiastic, and they want you out there catching fish. They want to see you with 6 fish limit of bluefin tuna. Remember, it's 2 fish per day, 2 fish, and you're limited out on bluefin tuna, and you're allowed on any length of trip 3 days of limits. If you're on a 16-day trip, you can have only 3 days of limits, so that means 6 fish per person, and I have no doubt we're going to get there on this trip. Now, I mentioned the Polaris Supreme. Dave Clark is over there. Dave, I hope you're listening, man, because you are a spectacular person, and I'm so happy to hear that they limited out on bluefin tuna. They are currently fishing rock cod, making me jealous, on the 60-mile bank where there is some stupendous rock cod fishing, really big cod. So, I mean, it's fantastic on these trips. Oh, a little announcement. I thought maybe we're rolling up on some fish. We've already had a huge breakfast this morning, French toast, bacon, sausage, eggs, and now they're putting out the fresh homemade soup as a snack this morning. So Polaris Supreme is off doing really, really well right now. It's supposed to get a little breezier on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so we'll see. It doesn't look like it's going to be unfishable, but it's not going to be this kind of flat, calm seas. Polaris Supreme doing really, really well. I need to check in with Max on the Pacific Voyager and see what he's up to when he's coming out here. Mad Dog Anthony, a huge part of the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Mad Dog, good to see you. What's happening? Listening to you on my headphones. Oh, shoot. He's shopping at Walmart and listening to Friedman Adventures. By the way, you know, there's Anthony is running our surf fishing schools. Anthony, put your phone number up there for me. He's doing our surf fishing schools down in Surfside. He's had spectacular fishing. I just got hit in the eye. Gosh darn, Aaron, look at that. This is the kind of respect I get. Shooting rubber bands at me. There's the culprit. Do you believe that? He wasn't supposed to get me. I don't believe that. He's a great guy. He's such an awesome guy. In fact, I'll get back to Anthony in a second. Aaron, yesterday, I was getting all these albacore questions. How many albacore do you have? You know, how fast do albacores swim on our live show last night? Frickin' Aaron was down on deck doing that to me, and it was frickin', now that I know, it's funnier than hell. It really is. So, really good stuff. And now I'm wounded, shot in the eye with a rubber band by Aaron. This is the kind of respect I get. If some of you old timers will remember Rodney Dangerfield. Back to Anthony. Really good yellowfin croaker fishing in Surfside. He had a couple short halibut, which was really, really good. Really excellent fishing going on. Mad Dog says he's going to shoot my eye out like the old Christmas movie. Really fun stuff out here, man. We've had an absolute, well, I can't say enough about this crew, their level of expertise, and the fact that they just like to have fun. And there were some hectic moments last night. If you go back, I followed Captain Brian Pfeiffer around, had him mic'd up while he was gaffing fish. I mean, none of these guys ever lose their cool, and they get faced with some incredibly difficult situations. Huge tangles, trying to handline fish in. We saw it all last night. It was really pandemonium in some cases. It was really, really crazy stuff. But we did manage to get limits of bluefin, good fishing, and we're still seeing evidence of it here this morning so far. So really, really good stuff. Steve, Bugman Duncan. Steve, it's good to see you. Limits of bluefin last night, Steve. Wide open. Really, really good, Steve. We're going to end up with limits on the trip if we get a little pop here tonight. And I'm assuming it's going to be tonight. You never know. This stuff could bite in the daytime, but it would be totally out of character if it did. It just has not been biting in the daytime. Even though you see it, even though it's everywhere, it just doesn't want to bite. You're lucky if you get a fish or two for most of the guys. Nick Ramirez. Nick, good morning to you. It's always great to see you, my friend. He's just tuning in. Sounds and looks like a successful fishing expedition. Yeah, that is the understatement of the year. Hey, I'm going to get you with that rubber band. Hey, Look at this guy, man. What am I going to do with this guy? Oh, my God. Too much fun. Nick, good to see you, man. Yeah, that's an understatement. It's been spectacular. And, you know, we don't even really talk about the food. We don't talk about everything else that makes this rig so comfortable. Independence, Point Loma Sport Fishing. Absolutely beautiful. Mackie, what size rubber bands is Aaron using? Did you hear that? We're getting questions about what size rubber bands are you using?
You know, sometimes it's not about the size of the rubber band, it's how you use it.
Oh my God, yeah. Come on. That's the level of respect I get around here.
Well, it's true. It doesn't matter. Sometimes, you know, you got a sinker rig. As long as it fits the weight, that's what matters.
Uh-oh, we're stopping.
Stop it.
You boys better jump into action. Quit shooting rubber bands. Stand by to stand by.
Stand by.
All right, here we go. We'll see what happens here. You're along with us. Rolling up on a school of bluefin. I don't know if it's up and you can see it or if he's got it on the sonar in the up and down. We'll see here in a moment as we roll along. Mackie, good to see you, my friend. These guys are knuckleheads. Let me tell you, rubber bands are the only weapon allowed in Mexico. That's pretty good. I like that. Scott Robinson. Sup, Phil? Get some. Hey, man, we've had a spectacular trip. Let's take a look down on deck. No, Aaron's doing something, man. He's throwing bait. Thank God he's throwing bait. He can't hit me with a rubber band. Oh, we're hitting. Are we going to fish a kelp? Is that what we're doing? All right, nobody knows what's going on. All right, I don't know if we're rolling up on some fish, but at least I get to bring you along for this part of the morning briefing. Remind you all that the El Patron runs out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. And you can join Daniel Hadaway on the Island Spirit up there at Ventura Sport Fishing. How do you like these ads just flowing right out of my mouth, Aaron? 805-676.
We're going to give it a shot on the right-hand side. There might be a little ball or something.
3474 or venturasportfishing.com. All right, looks like there's a little dab of fish here. But as I say, we just can't get a bite in the daytime. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Speaking of Ventura Sport Fishing, while I get back on here with you all, oh, there's the kelp right there. Let me show you that. Donde? Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, yeah. Look at that poor little baby seal on the kelp, swimming this way. Hungry little devil. Man, he sees that bait and he's like, I got to get some of that. That poor guy's probably trying to hide from makos and great whites out here. That has got to be a brutal existence. Poor little guy. All right. Yeah, I know. A lot of you guys are not thinking that way. Where was I, everybody? Now I don't even know. Limits of white sea bass. Endeavor. Yeah, Tucker McCombs had limits of white sea bass. There's Captain Tyler. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning.
Tyler's doing a fantastic job. Brian's getting a little rest, but man, Tyler's doing a great job. What was that? A mako or?
Mola.
Oh, it was? Mola Mola just jumped out of the water. Yeah, really, I know. I was thinking the same thing. All right, sunfish, Mola Mola just launched out of the water. Man, wouldn't that be cool if we got that on live? You know the moment I point this camera at my face, that's going to happen. Tucker McCombs, let's just leave it out there in case it does it again. Tucker McCombs, limits of white sea bass, 30 white sea bass up there on board the Endeavor. Sea bass fishing up there is a little bit hit and miss, but it's still overall really good. There's been a lot of squid in the local environment, and that has provided us with a lot of sea bass and halibut, and there's been some good halibut fishing. Remember what I have been telling you, another thing about this bluefin is the trajectory, the path that it looks like it is on. We'll put it on Cortez Bank. Now, of course, pure speculation on my part, but it seems like it could be out there on Cortez in another week or so. That's what it looks like. That little guy is getting a sardine or two. So he's happy, that little sea lion that's out here. So that's where it's at. It's headed west and it's moving every single day. It moved the first day we were on it. 15 miles to where we got on it last night again. So once again, it is on the move. So good rock fishing just about everywhere else we have been looking. We've seen excellent rock fishing just about every single day. For the boys, it's the weather that's the only thing that can screw you up there. So once again, I think you've got what we're doing here. Let me go back to some comments here before I start getting shot at with rubber bands again. James Murray, how deep were the bluefin on average? Oh, anywhere from like, I want to say 120 to 300 feet. Like that, like a 300-gram jig worked just perfect. 16-ounce Eddie Bomb was perhaps the best way to go. That has really, really been excellent. James, thank you for joining us. Nick Ramirez, yes, it's been great. Let's see, Pond Prowler, yes, I've already seen all these. Sorry, guys. And Pond Prowler says, I have a gift certificate from Chris to fish a day on the El Patron. Man, you're going to have a really good time. I hit up Mikey from San Diego Fish and Sips. Mikey's a great guy, and he's going to go with me and do a video on that day. Great marketing for Chris. His engines are new now. Yep, absolutely. Jaime Torres. Good morning, Friedman. What's the name of your channel in Spanish? Jaime, I really appreciate you asking. Aventuras del Gringo. Aventuras de este Gringo. Aventuras del Gringo is the name of the new channel on YouTube. You can find a link on our Facebook page, Friedman Adventures Facebook page, if you have any trouble finding that. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, hermano. Reggie Wynn. I had zero interest in going on a long-range trip, but your coverage has completely changed my mind. Captain Brian is the man. Reggie, thank you so much, man. That means the world to me, because really that's what this is all about. We love to get people interested in fishing and wanting to try new stuff. There's another guy, Patrick Harnjack, who I believe now is in Utah. He said, I just signed up for a 2-day trip watching your coverage. It's really fired me up. So same thing here, Reggie. Really, really appreciate that very, very much. What else? Oh, there's that sea lion. I thought it was something else. No biters here. Nothing really out of the ordinary. It's been all show and no goat during the daytime hours. So we'll keep our eyes on it. Metro Mexico, just want to tell you that those yellows are still biting down in the southern area. Water's starting to warm up and they'll get out of that water. It gets uncomfortable for them. They like a little bit cooler water than when it starts getting up there in the 80-degree range. But we still see really good yellowtail fishing in La Paz, Loreto, where our friend the Taxman, Tim Marquez, I almost glossed over that. Tim Marquez is in Laredo. He said it was pretty darn good fishing that was going on in Laredo. Not wide open, but they had a fair amount of yellowtail down there, and they're at it again today. Tim Marquez, the tax man, is at it once again, so good stuff there. I'm so happy you're all enjoying some of the footage we shot last night with Brian, following him around. I'll try to have more of that again this evening. I'll be doing special updates throughout the day. I thank you all who are going over to our Spanish language channel, Aventuras del Gringo, Gringo Adventures. That has been spectacular. Thousands of views on our debut. Just was Monday when we first opened that channel up. And we'll be adding, of course, an Instagram page and Facebook and TikTok and everything else. So, beautiful weather. It's supposed to get a little breezier tomorrow. I'm really happy to see Kevin Kwan from Young's Fishing Tqckle. I'll be happy to see him on Saturday morning, along with all of you who are on that trip. Make sure that you bring some Eddie Bombs. They are really, really good. Jaime Torres, please manda saludos a los quien from Tijuana. Yo mando todo mi amor, un abrazote a todos ustedes. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. I definitely will do that. I'll keep you guys in mind, and I'll keep you over there on our Spanish language channel. And Jaime, nos vemos en Baja, nos vemos en Rosarito, Ensenada, muy, muy pronto, hermano. All right, my friends, what else? Limits white sea bass, really great surf fishing in Surfside, and there's been some good fishing south of there also. Huntington Beach, Bolsa Chica, we've seen that, and we also see it starting to pop up there in the Santa Monica Bay. We are searching around for a bluefin school that wants to bite, or maybe a kelp holding some yellowtail. So hopefully that will pop up here really soon. Pound Prowler, what's the retail price for a trip like the one you're on? Great question. I believe this trip was $2,500, 5 days, and it pretty much includes everything except tip, which you should be, you know, you can base that on the service you get here. It's incredible, man. I mean, you gotta take care of the boys. They work so hard. They're up all night. They get you out of some tangles that just look like you could never get out of it. So your fish processing, you got to handle that. And then there's some fees for Mexican licensing, stuff like that when you first get here. But the food is too much, to be honest with you. And it's really, really, really well done. Nick Ramirez says, I think Friedman Adventures is getting the most views in a sport fishing channel than any other sport fishing channel on social media. Nick, you're a big reason why that's happening, because Nick Ramirez, everywhere he goes, talks about Friedman Adventures. Nick, I know that, man, and I really appreciate you so very, very much. I don't know we're getting the most, but we're sure as hell trying. I'll tell you that. And we have just begun. We're going to keep this going. In fact, I'm hoping to add some Florida content with my son Patrick. Of course, we're going to be doing more Spanish language stuff. And Paulina, who's going to be on our trip on May the 30th. Paulina is driving up from Ensenada with her mom, Berenice, and we're all going fishing on the Island Spirit. And I think there's 8 spots left on there. And you're all invited. If you'd like to make that trip, all you have to do is send me a text. I'll send you the details. Limited load, leaving at a special early time, 5:30 in the morning. It's going to be a great trip. Just send me a text, 657-227-6459. I know most of you could care less about fishing with me, but Paulina, for God's sakes, she's already got a big head, so let's make her head even bigger than it already is. All right, we're picking it up here. I'll show you a shot of the stern, then I'll check back and see if, hey, there's a gentleman on there, Bay Run, saying hello, and I say hello and thank you for being here. All right, we're going to go off and search around for something else, see if we can find a kelp, see if we can find some more bluefin, see if we can find a few that want to bite. As always, it is a pleasure to be with you all. Can't thank you enough for being here, live from the Independence, Polaris Supreme on the 60, catching copious amounts of rockfish after limiting out on the bluefin tuna. By the way, the American angler last night, big night for them, limits of bluefin tuna, and we had limits of bluefin tuna. We're very close to limiting out for 3 days, and then we still have 2 days of fun on board the mighty Independence. Everybody, really appreciate all you do for us. It means the world to us, no question about it. Friendly fire with the rubber bands, no doubt about that. Are you fishing sardines or anchovies during the day? Hey, James, good question. We have all sardine on here. I saw a little bit of chovy on the deck as the guys were loading bait. So there was a little bit mixed in, but it's all beautiful, cured, gorgeous sardine, James. Really, really great bait right now. Hey, don't you dare. I saw Aaron down there, man. He's loading up with the rubber bands. I got to protect myself out here. You know, let me think about this. That could be elder abuse, right? I think that's elder abuse that's going on here with this guy. All right, Sleification Fishing. Eddie Bomb for the win, Phil. Danny, hey, thank you so much. Yeah, Eddie Bomb's been hot, man. It really has. The Indy Bomb has been hot too. Brian Pfeiffer, the captain, was making them up yesterday. Same kind of thing. Hey, Brandon, good morning to you, my friend. Everyone got bit last night. San Diego bait barge has only anchovy today, Phil. You got lucky, man. Okay, we got lucky. I'm happy that we got lucky. All right, guys, really, really beautiful weather here. I'll be checking in with you with more updates as we go along. Can't thank you enough for all the views. 500,000 views since we walked on here. That's great stuff. Our Spanish language channel is going really, really well. Really appreciate it. You have to be over 55 to be a senior, Phil. I got that covered. And then some. God bless everybody. Have a great one. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us. Mackie, take care. Hope to see you soon. Chuck Zimmer, Z Custom Rods. Hope to see you soon. I'll let you know if we do anything. If we pop into one that wants to bite here in the daytime, I will let you know. Take care. Hit that like button. I'll see you soon, my friends. Really appreciate it.